Well, Harvey had strengthened to a Category 4 storm before slamming into Texas's coastline. As many as about 6 million people are believed to be in the storm's path. Thousands of residents have fled inland, while others decided to stick it out, stocking up on food, fuel and sandbags and defying evacuation orders. Well, let's go straight to Texas, where our reporter John Brain is covering the story. John, what can you tell us about what's going on where you are right now?
Well, the Hurricane Harvey hit landfall at around 10 o'clock local time, and it's beginning that well-anticipated path of destruction. The eye of the storm seems to be over a place called Rockport at the moment, which is just inland from the coast. There are unconfirmed reports of some buildings partially collapsing, including one where some people are reportedly trapped. As I say, these are unconfirmed reports at the moment, but it's going to, over the next few hours, go further inland. It's doing a sort of loop, and the meteorologists say it'll actually spiral back out into the sea and then onto land again. And the big problem they're anticipating is not so much the hurricane itself, though that's likely to cause considerable damage considering the high winds, but the flooding, because this storm is expected to linger for several days. Flooding here in Houston, for example, they said only takes 3 or 4 inches for severe flooding. They're expecting 20 inches in the coming days, so people here really braced for a torrid few hours and a torrid few days.
Well, we've heard that some of the residents are defying those evacuation orders. What's your sense of how well residents and authorities have prepared for this, are going to be able to cope with this?
Well, they've been, the meteorology seems to have been fairly accurate from what we've seen so far, so people knew what to expect. As you say, many people have chosen not to leave, despite recommendations that they depart the area altogether. But they've been stocking up on food and other essential supplies, literally battening down the hatches, putting up sandbags, that sort of thing. But the advice really to everyone who has stayed is to stay indoors and certainly not to take to the roads, which are going to be very dangerous over the next few days. But the damage is expected, loss of life is certainly feared. But until daylight comes, the first assessment of the initial damage won't be made. In fact, although the emergency services are on standby, they say it's unlikely they'll be able to get to many people in distress during the night because it's just too dark and too dangerous for them.
OK, John, thank you very much for that. We can see you're a little wet there. Keep safe, and thank you for staying across that for us.